So starting from the form which people fill in the podium. And the main role here to take main information about person, to check time of the person, to check is it person adequate or not, and use Podio as a tracker. What does it mean? First, profile. We know how profile look like, and like it's here. And this is how the profile questions are looking in the Podio. So profile maybe don't need to look exact like this, but based on it you can understand which question you should ask to this person. For example, if person are older, like much older, I really advise you to start ask this question for people older than like 23, 24. Why? Because usually these people they have another expectations to ISIC, or they think that we pay salary or something else. So for these people, we need to check one more time their motivation to join the organization, what they want to get, and their expectation about organization, what they're thinking they will do here, just to be sure that they have right expectation. The same for areas. Uh, yes, like it's true, the majority of people they are humanitarian in ISEC, but some technical people they also can join, and you need to ask the same. You need to check motivation of person and what this person thinks he will get from organization. For example, when I joined ISEC, I studied programming in computer system, like not ISEC sphere at all. But I had this motivation to upgrade my soft skills, to learn something new, and so on. So it's not crucial, but you just need to check it one more time with these people. Um, yeah. Yes, yes, I'm recording. Okay, and video will be on your emails right after, like as fast as it was yesterday. Um, Amazing. Continue. So yes, this is profile. What else? Then we have field for expectations. Um, these four, this is the most important for us. So person want to have personal development, want to be like member as a team or want to be leader as a team, and want to make impact. This is the four main values. If person put one or all of these four, it's okay. If person don't put any of these four, but he put the rest, some of rest, so probably he need to have another kind of experience, like to new another cultures, or to have this international communication, improve English, or to improve professionally. Probably he need internship. So as soon as you see this person, first you check one more time with the person where what where he applied, because we had some cases that people applying on in admission thinking that they're applying in GB. And also a person really want to join an organization, or they want to go in GB. We had this case a lot in Madrid. Then people during the selection process they understood that no, we're not ready to work inside the organization, but we want to go to GB. So they became approved. It's also like it can be for 100%, but this is the thing which help you to understand more the person who applied inside the organization, and to understand what exactly you need to ask or on what you need to put attention. Adequate test. I changed the question here. Now it's if you can do whatever you want, what will you do? Like if money or other resources are not the question. So why it's adequate test? Because here you can, the main thing, what you can check how people perceive their application to organization. We had some cases, like I didn't saw a lot in here in Spain, but before it was like because I'm eager, like because of my name, or I'm so cool, so you need to take me. So here you can see how like is people perceive seriously the organization and where they're applying. Um, Next, this is how people formulate their thoughts. Maybe like if it's short answer but it's answer on point, it's good. If it's short answer and you understand that people put this answer just to put something in this field, this is for you one more reason for question. If person put a huge amount of water, so you also understand how person probably will communicate with you during interview or during assessment center. um, Also, with this question, you can start understanding the values of this person, because person can do whatever he wants. And some people, they prefer to stay at home to play computer games or just enjoy their life in 1000 ways. But some people, or if I can do whatever I want, I will travel a lot, I will learn other cultures, or I will create the medicine which will help with a lot of ills and so on and so on. So you can see here what is important for people. Also, people can lie here for sure, as usual, as everywhere. And you can ask about this question one more time during the interview, or ask the same question during the interview and compare the answers. um, Next one, the most interesting, time. um, why it's really important and why this question formulated in this way. As I remember, normally this is how much time you usually spend for extra activities. Why we're asking like this? Why we are not asking how much time you can spend for ISEC? Because how much time you can spend, it's hypothesis. Oh, I can spend 20 hours, people will tell you, and it will be not lie. Maybe he thought at this moment that we can spend so much time, but then he can realize another way. So here we asking how much time people already put in extra activities. So we understand at least the minimum of hours that they usually spending. And if person put 5 hours, don't reject person immediately. Contact this person and ask person, sorry, we can't select you in our organization because you put not enough time, but if you can invest more time in ISEC, you can go to the next stage. And if person is really interesting, first this person will answer you and he will tell you that yes, I can invest more time. If he will not do anything, don't worry about it. Probably this person can't invest more time in ISEC, or maybe they will not answer about other stages. So for you, it's totally okay. Mm. Do you have any question by for this? Amazing. Yes, and don't forget to put that is this application form selected, not selected, or it's for the next submission. How it influence. We have our amazing tool, yes, this one, and we have this page. It's blocked. Sorry. As soon as you will fill your planning pages, I will connect this page with your LC planning, with your weekly goal. So as soon as you will fill it, it will appear here. And if you will change something in your LC plan, it will change LC here. And also, I will make daily statistic for you, like how much synapse came and so on and so on, and also how much synapse selected and how much synapse not contacted. So it's not contacted if you don't put anything from from where is this to anything from it. So for me, if you don't put anything, it's not contacted, and it's only one way how I can understand. So if you contact people person, if you select the application, put selected. If you selected but not contact yet, you can mention it in the comment for yourself. For me, the most important that you check this application and you contact person. And maybe you don't need like to wait for a call. You can write person in WhatsApp and so on. Elsa, in the application form, I add question where when people can be contacted. So they put information. I don't know how it will work. We will see. If it will be useless, I will remove it. But for now, let's see how it will work. Okay, going to next to assessment center. No, no, no. Okay, I continue recording. For assessment center. The role of assessment center, first to explain what's ISIC for people and what is role of membership for people to have understanding in which organization they come and what exactly they will do. For them to have right expectation, and one more time, if they came to GV, they understood it and they go to GV. We check how a person interact with other people, because in ISIC you usually work in a team or with LC or with someone. So see how people work with others, and start checking competence to be sure that person have competences which we need to develop this person. How it's look like. So remember first our model that we have skill, theory, attitude, and ELSA candidate can have cannot have this competence, so it's nothing, it's zero. And ELSA candidate can be not accessible. What does it mean to be not accessible? It means that candidate didn't show this competence, so you are not able to assess it. You don't know if he has it or not, so it's not accessible. How you need to prepare assessment center. First, you need to have some main person who will be chair of assessment center. It can be LCP, it can be you, it can be alumni, it can be MC. This person will guide the rest of people through the whole assessment center. And you need to have a necessary amount of assessors. Assessors will assess people during the tasks. One assessor can hold maximum 5 candidates, and it's better to have 2. Why? Because one assessor have one perception, and if you put for the same group 2 different assessors, they have different perceptions, and you can compare these perceptions, because for one, yes, he have this striving for excellence. For another one, yes, but maybe not theory but attitude, and you will have 2 opinions on what you can base. Prepare list of candidates and list for assessors. List for candidates is just name of people who you are waiting to come. Then at the end, to have the understanding of who came to assessment center. And list for assessors, I will show you at the end. It's list with the name of the candidates with competences. So you will be able to they will be able to put information and to have output. If assessor will tell you, I will remember, don't trust. They need to put this information somewhere, and to have this list for assessors, the easy and the structured way to make it happen. To prepare logistics. For some games, you need paper, you need flip charts, you need markers, so be sure that everything is already here. You're not searching it when tasks already need to start. You have pages if you have it and if you want to have it, because it's really good to know names of the people, and for assessors it will be much easier. And if you need to have some printed materials, you also print it. You need to come at least 30 minutes before. Why? Because you need to prepare everything. You need to set up the chairs, the tables, you need to connect laptop with the PPT to check all techniques, and not start doing it when people already here and you need to start. Um, you need to brief assessors, uh, especially if it's their first time when they will participate in assessment center, because they need to understand what exactly they need to do. If they already participated, so you still it's good to remind them how it will be, especially if you are not using, for example, the old games, or you want to try something new. It will be better for you to tell assessors about it beforehand. um, yeah, I know that in Spain it's really not happened, but if sometimes someone came earlier, cheer, talk with this person, or you can give this person some ISIC material, and assessors managing the preparation. The most important here, remember that venue, logistic, how you're looking, what you're doing, is perception of ISEC. And if you're late, if anything is not ready, if your PPT is not good looking, or you are not good looking, this is how people will perceive the whole organization. No matter that it's only one assessment in one LC. Any questions for preparation? Can you repeat, please? I don't hear you well because of noise. Ah, ah, sorry. Please, next time, tell me about it earlier. It's okay to interrupt me if someone wants to join. Uh, okay. It's really will be fun for people to see this video. Um, good luck. Okay. Natalia, sorry, we are in selection. I already explained how to select by form. You can check outputs. I think I will release like outputs with the PPT for selection as soon as I will have access to Podio back, because in Russia it's not working. And now I'm explaining how to do assessment center, and we just cover preparation. Yeah, here you can find agenda. You're able to read. You can handle it. Yes, welcome speech to set expectation, to explain what's happening, to introduce all people for candidates, know what is these people around. Yes, also you can have some part of IC culture, and you have assessment PPT. It's working. Yay! No. Okay, it's much faster to open for me like this. Okay. I can come back. How it look like? It's here. So it's good looking, all pages with agenda, with expectations, with ISIC way, with tasks. You can put countdowns here. Yes, and next steps. So you can use this PPT as template for you. Yes, going next, and here coming tasks. Uh, I will explain it briefly, and I will change the competences and values a bit later. I didn't have enough time. So empty tasks, I really advise you to start with this task, how it's going. Okay, like you present everything, people, we need to start. You divide people by teams. You're sure that assessors with the teams, first with the team, I really advise you to have short get to know, for assessors know the name of people inside the group. Um, and then you just tell people that, guys, you have 10 minutes for your task and time start, and you don't tell them anything else. And you observe the reaction of people. Why this task is really good? Because you put people in really stressful situation. They in organization, they in selection process, and they don't know what to do because you didn't give them any task. And you told them, like, put right expectation that no assessor, neither you, answer their questions during the selection process, during the tasks. And you see what people will do. Why it's good? Because you can understand how people behave in stress situation. And in ISEC, we most of time in stress situation, so you're able to understand how people will react when you give them some tasks during the work. Some people can start blaming Isaac and what the fuck is happening, and I will leave because like you are bad people. So this person will not manage himself during the stress situation, even inside organization. We don't need this kind of people. Some people can start engage the rest of group. Let's do the explanation of Isaac. Let's do the thing about our team, the name of the team, the presentation of the team, and so on. So here you will see the candidates for good leaders, especially if you need leaders from the fresh members. You can catch these people who are starting to do something. And also you can catch people who start to do something really, really creative. I don't know, to create a dance or some, yeah, we had some case when in Madrid a group of people create dance. So you can find these people who are thinking really out of the box, understand in which team it's better to put them. Any questions for these tasks? Amazing. SDG project. Simple. It was from the previous admission. It's good because people, at least they will know about SDG. Yeah, it's very simple. You give them paper, like flip chart markers, and what they need to do. They need to find information about global goals. They need to choose main three global goals, and they need to create the project based on one of global goals. And then teams present this project to us, to all assessors. Why this is good and what it can give it to you. First, for sure, people will learn about global goals, and the most important for you part of this task is question part. Because you can challenge people, did they really read about global goals, especially on the specific global goals about what you based on what they made the project. Sometimes people really didn't read, and you can ask them, okay, you had a task to read about it, why you didn't read? And you can challenge people and understand how else they will react of this question. They will start finding excuse in everyone else except them, or they will agree that yes, it was mistake, sorry, next time I will be more, like, will put more attention. So you can check this behavior in people. Also, in by questions, you can ask them challenging questions about the projects, where you will find money, how you will make promotion, and so on. Because usually people created a really big projects, but without any understanding how it will work in the real life. Also, you can check here English level, because like usually you are doing this like all stages in Spanish, and here suddenly you can ask a question in English and ask to answer in English all the team or one specific person which you can challenge. And also it can give you a bit more than just understanding is person able to speak English or not. Because we had some case when girl She can't speak English. Seriously, she can't. Maybe now she can, but like at this time she couldn't. And she just told their words in English, try somehow to connect it, but at least she tried. And for me, it showed a lot how she was persistent. Okay, they asked me, so I should answer. Even I don't know English, I will try. And like she can told, and usually I had these cases that people thought, sorry, I'm not speaking English, but like this person tried, so it showed for me really like striving uh, to accomplish task. Yes, I think that's all about this task. Do you have any questions? Amazing. Department cases. It's for LCs who have more departments than OGV. You divide people by groups. Better to put as assessors here people from this department, so it will help you more. Um, do we have right now LCs who have something else than OGV? Yeah, no, because I don't see you. No, no, no. Okay, so I don't need to explain it. Amazing. Ah, for people in the video, I need. Okay, sorry. Um, yeah, here you just give different questions by departments. Something in English, something in Spanish, thanks to my MCVPs. But I think you will understand both. Yes, and you will just see how people will work in these areas. Maybe at this moment, if you already saw that some people are good in some departments, it can happen like this. Or you see that in some groups they are like more leaders than in the rest, you can mix the group and for this task have different groups. Um, yeah, and you explain them, they create solutions, and they have time for presentation. And mainly the VP or the team leader of this area checking how people working on this task and who is more involved, who is more enjoying, and so on, and to check like how you can allocate people by departments. And the last one, yes, the last one, bunker, amazing thing. Um, Here people, you play with all of people. It's better to have 10 people. If it's more people, if it's much more like 15 or like 20, you need to divide people into groups. If it's just like 1 2 people more, so you just add to this 30 minutes 3 minutes more for each person. um, what is the about what is the game? People in a bunker, they have limit of resources, so they need to kick out one person. And also, they're not themselves, they have roles. You can find roles here. Each role have useful side and unuseful side. For example, pregnant girl. She is charming, beautiful. She studies theater with kind of unuseful in the bunker, but she's pregnant, so she can have a baby. Um, for example, like gay man. He's really clever, he's professor of physics and so on, but he have attraction only for boys. So in bunker, in this situation, he can provide resources to have more children, like here in theory. And the same in the all of roles. They have 1 minute to prove that they should stay in the bunker and they will be useful. And also during the next 1 minute, people can ask questions and like challenge this person. And then they have common voting who need to be kicked out. And here you set expectations. If during this time, like you give them 10 minutes or 5 minutes to decide, if you will not decide, you all die. So like just to give stimulation for people. And here you can check first sales skills. based on what people say themselves, their role. Next, you can check the analytics for marketing, how people really based on logic, and not telling that I should stay because I'm young and I can provide you a lot of sperm for babies. We had this case. Um, Also, how people answering of questions because it's kind of stress situation. In another role, people asking them question and they need to create answers very fast. And at the end, how they will discuss about whom they need to kick out. And you can put attention here on behavior of people, how they behave in the discussion and in voting. They will be angry with the decision, or they will accept everything, or they will be passive, and so on and so on. So, and by it, you can understand how people will behave in real discussion when you will have any brainstorming space in the LC. Mm, this is what you can check during the all assessment center. For example, English during the question time, how people communicate, how they're responsible, and so on. And you just not just giving them games and then just say goodbye. We need to set clear next steps for them, what will be next for them to have certainty what they will do if they will be elected. I also will change it here. It is about Ignite, mainly to tell about where will be the result, where will be next stage, where will be leak, because it's really important for people start to booking these weekends which you have for league, like for league if they will be elected, and to have like, clear understanding about it, to collect feedback, how it was, especially if you are doing it first time. It will help you to improve it. And also you can ask people going to league or not. Also in the podio I added two questions. First, what time people can spend for ISIC, and here I put like morning, afternoon, evening, and weekends. So you can ask here people when they have free time and already have some timetable of the people, and understand how you can move in things with it. And question about summer. Are people staying in summer, or they're living for 1 2 week, or they're living for a long time? So you will understand whom from these people will be during the summer, because in summer we also need to manage operations. Yes, and make a photo because you can use this photo in promotion. Um, but it's not the end of assessment center. This is the most important. Right after all delegates leave, you sit with the assessors and you check each candidate. Open, for example, Maria, and okay, general competence. Like I will put here fresh screenshot as soon as I will have Podio. Does she have like these skills on this level, these values, things by department? And will you select this person or not? Why it's important? On the next stage, you have interview, and the role of interview to check only competences which you didn't see during assessment center. So you don't need to ask all of questions. You need to ask just few of them. So this will help you to understand and to prepare better for interview and to make it better. And then when you will working on allocation, you also have all information about person, and for you it will be much more easy to allocate if you have departments or if you have a teams also to feed the team. And don't forget to put it selected or not selected or for the next admission. For me to also to understand how is selection going, and for you to understand how is your goal for selection achieving right now. And here is the list for assessors, and I will cut all competences from it. Do you have any questions for assessment center? No, no. Yay, we're learning. Um, and the last part, interview, and I'm done. Um, okay, for assessment, no, I didn't add anything else. And for interview, the role, one more time, to have full profile of the person, uh, to make pre-allocation of the person, and to prove motivation of the person to join organization. And like one more time, remember model, structure of the interview, welcome, um, and then like ask questions in this order, and one more time tell people about next steps. A good interview, if you prepared for this interview and to understand what exactly you need to ask, need to take not more than 30 minutes. And try not just to have fun conversation with the person, as I saw in some else during previous submission, but really understand why person here, did he have these competences, and so on. Because also by this you will increase your HR skills as minimum. So in welcome, I need to be ice breaking, for person to feel comfortable, because sometimes people are not comfortable having interview with someone, especially if they didn't have interview with anyone before. An introduction, introduction of you, who are you, what will be here, how much time it will take. Also for people to have certainty, because certainty will help person to feel a bit more comfortable. Um, yes, here's general question. It's question just to prove profile. Is person really from this profile? And for you, it's one more time. Call if during the check-in of sign up you understood that something is not like this. For example, person is older or another specialty or something else. To prove it one more time, like is it person fit organization or he came with other expectations. And here it was from our customer development, understand the problem of person, because this is part of motivation. Why person want to join ISIC, which problem he want to solve with ISIC, and is it really a problem for this person, or he will leave as soon as he will have something more interesting. And then question for the competencies. So you can find here the questions or question or tasks or something else. And then allocation question. It's for people who have more than one department. And you also can ask this question to understand how you need to fit the team. Um, what person want to develop, strengths and weaknesses. Also, it can be part of motivation of person for you. And the main thing here for person to understand why he need to be in this department, not just to tell person you need to be in this department or you need to be like in this team. For person understand the reason by himself. Yes, don't forget to ask about schedule because you need it. And also don't forget about extra activities, because maybe he study only during the mornings, but some evenings he's busy with something else. And one more time to prove motivation here, to ask why, and why. Try, maybe you will not find really deep meaning, but at least person will understand why he joined an organization, and it will help him to be a bit more responsible for his own experience. Team leader blocks is it's for LCs who have no capacity to elect team leaders from the LC right now. So we need to elect it from fresh people. And in an interview, you can check one more time, is person fit for this position or not. And if yes, you just tell him during next steps that, oh, we have this opportunity to become team leader. Do you want? Yes or not? Not ask him, please be team leader in my LC. It's not how we want to present organization. And if you want, you give them application or interview or like whatever steps you have next for team leaders. And also don't forget about team leaders competences here. And then next steps, where will be the results, next steps for team leaders, where will be leak, and if will person come on leak or not, for you also to understand it. And one more time, update data on the Podio, the same update competences, for you to understand, because these competences, it will be also useful for team leader and vice president in the future working with this person, because they will know the basic things with what people coming on the stage. Is it clear for you? Amazing. And the last thing, selection is very, 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 very simple. I show you, where is it? Yes, this one. Um, yeah, this competence model, and you have here the competences which person need to have. In Podio, you have the same fields, the same. And then when you're sitting and you allocate person, you check which things person have, and you allocate, you understand in which department this person should go. It's also relevant for you because we have marketing. Like we don't have marketing department, but we need to have marketing people to have pipeline for in the future to have more marketing people in the entity. So here you can just check, do you have like marketing profile in each of the teams, how much, not to have all marketing in one team and no one in another team. Yeah, and just based on Podio, you understand how you need to allocate people and you allocate them. So on the conference, when you're coming on the league, you already know, um, like you know, and people already know in where which departments they are in which teams, so you can start doing cool things with them immediately. Whew. That's all from my side about selection and allocation. Do you have any questions for it? Yay, I'm really happy to hear it. I need to stop recording.